Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about long working days. Maybe you have had days that you have worked 10 or 11 or 12 hours, you came home and you felt so sorry for yourself because the day was so long and your feet hurt and you just really want to sleep. Well, I've had that. I have had those days that I worked 12 hours maybe, and I felt really sorry for myself, especially because the next day I was up again and I probably made another 12-hour day. Well, I remember when I was thinking about that, a lady that I met in Indonesia, and her name is Linda. And Linda peeled garlic 7 days a week, and she was earning around 50 euros with that for 1 week. And she had her husband and one child, and her name was Maria, and she was like 9 years old. And the husband was working too, and Maria was going to school. And they were working that hard because they wanted to send Maria to school. They wanted to give her everything that she needed and that she deserved. And they didn't want her to grow up in the same poverty that they grew up in when they were younger, when they were Maria's age. And you could see that they were growing up in poverty. They lived in a really small house, but they had each other, and they were able to provide for Maria. So that's why she worked so hard. And on Sundays she would go to church in the morning really early, and after that she would go back to work. And that's what she was doing the whole week, every day. And the work seemed so boring, and it was so smelly around there that I wasn't jealous at her at all. I'd rather just work 12 hours in a day than come home and have my own fluffy bed that I can sleep in. But they were sleeping in one bed with the three of them, and it was a really small bed. So they didn't even have a place that they could rest or that they could relax after a long day of work. And I do have that, so I shouldn't be complaining that much when I had a long work day. When I was in Kenya, I have worked too for a couple of months in a store. And the people that were working with me were earning $5 a day, around $5 a day. And they were working 6 days a week there because the shop was open for 6 days, and on Sunday it was closed. But I have worked on one time I have worked 8 days straight there, and I was completely exhausted afterwards because we would get up in the morning at 5 or 6 a.m. or sometimes even earlier than that to beat the traffic. And because Nairobi is a crazy busy city in the morning with traffic. It's always busy. By the morning you really have to get up really early to be in time at work. So we would get up really early, get there really early, and start doing the things that we needed to do. And we did that until sometimes 8. So you can imagine that we had days of 14 hours sometimes, and it was exhausting. And knowing that the people that I was working with were making that amount of money a day, only $5, and I would spend at least half of that only on my lunch. It was just, really messed up. To me, it was so weird to work there and to experience that. Because the money that they make in a week and the money that Linda makes in a week, I can easily make that in less than a day. And here in the Netherlands you work 40 hours in a week, and you work 5 days in a week, and maximum of maybe like 8 hours a day. And of course there are exceptions, because people work in medical care or work in kitchens or lawyers or that kind of people probably have longer working days, and some workaholics have too. But for a lot of people 40 hours is the maximum, and they would definitely not work 6 days a week and then 14 hours a day. And I have done that, and it was exhausting, and I never had time for myself, and I did not have time for my friends, and I just didn't have time to do anything else than working. And I learned a lot from that, because it makes me look different at my own life now. When I feel sorry for myself or I pity myself for working a long day, I can always think about Linda. I can always think about my colleagues in Kenya who are working way harder than I am right now, and making more days and longer days, and I don't have to feel sorry about myself anymore. I have a good life here, and well, just every time when you come home and you feel sorry for yourself, maybe you can think about you know, other people and how they're struggling to survive and to send their kids to school, and it may all seem not so bad anymore. Okay, so that was it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.